The accounting field and ethics go hand in hand. So as accountants, we should behave ethically and we should have a commitment to ethical professional practice. This slide here shows you the principles that have been established by the IMA, or the Institute of Management Accountants, and we want to understand those overarching principles as well as the individual standards. So our overarching principles are that it's honesty, fairness, objectivity, and responsibility. So all members, all accounting professionals should act in accordance with those principles: honesty, fairness, objectivity, and responsibility. Then we go down to the specific standards, and they talk about competence. So that is that we have the appropriate level of professional leadership, and we are constantly enhancing our knowledge and our skills. We need to stay and have the knowledge of any changes to laws, regulations, technical accounting standards. So just because we get our degrees and we get our certifications, we can't stop learning. So normally no certifications are required to have CPEs, so we continue to take training sessions every year so that we can stay as current and up to date on all of these accounting changes, and again, most especially to what field we are working in. We are the people who provide the information to help people make decisions. So we need to make sure that when we give them that support information, that it is accurate, clear, concise, and timely, again, to help them make the best decision that they can make. We are also working with financial data from companies, and we will see personal information about owners and employees, and we need to keep that information confidential unless we are legally required to disclose it. So again, we will have all that information, and we need to notify the relevant parties that we will be not using that information for any personal gain. We will comply with all the rules to keep that information safe and confidential. And we would never want to use it for our, like financial gain, or then use it in any illegal activity that would help make us money. Anything that would discredit the profession. Then integrity is dealing with conflicts of interest or even appearances of conflicts of interest. So we want to refrain from any type of activity that would have the appearance of being a conflict of interest, or again, anything that would kind of have the appearance that would discredit the profession, that we're not doing the right thing, that we're like advertising for our services in the wrong way, or doing anything illegal. So we want to create that positive ethical culture, and then again focus on the integrity of the profession, to say again, the accountants should be honest and trustworthy and knowledgeable people. We want to maintain that viewpoint. And then credibility is, again, because we are, like I said back in the prior bullet point, we are providing information to management to help them make decisions. So we want to communicate that information fairly and objectively. We want to provide all the relevant information that they would need to make their decisions. We want to help them understand any reports that we prepare or recommendations that we make. We don't want to delay our information because, again, timeliness of information is many times crucial to these business decisions that management is making. And we would also want to communicate if there were any limitations or constraints that impacted our judgment or our reports or our findings. And then if we do run into ethical issues in the workplace, first and foremost, we should reach out to whoever our supervisor is. Again, assuming the supervisor is not involved in what we see as happening. If there's something unethical happening above us, we may not want to reach out to them. But if there's something else that we see, we always want to go through the proper channels to let management know that we are concerned and that there's something happening. If, again, you can't reach out to management, the IMA offers an anonymous helpline that we could call and request some information on how we should handle it. And then, finally, we could also get our own attorney to help us understand the issue that we are facing and kind of how we can resolve it. So again, just generally speaking, as accountants, we need to understand that we are held to higher ethical standards. And again, to circle back up to those key guiding principles, we want to operate honesty, fairness, objectivity, and responsibility. Those are our overarching ethical principles.